Alright guys, let's go ahead and do a message for my Scorpios or Scorpio cross-watcher. You can also reverse this if you need to. Some of you, this may actually be reversed. I can feel both. Yeah, by the way, happy birthday. So before I started this, one thing I took note of is I randomly smelled rotisserie chicken. Chicken, period, but specifically it smelled like rotisserie chicken. And I was like, it made me really hungry, to be honest. It's almost lunchtime. And I'm like, oh my God, it smells so good. So I don't know if there's a connection there. Maybe that means something to you guys. I don't know. Rotisserie chicken. And then I got into looking up rotisserie chicken and just kind of how it's cooked. Because I was just like, why am I smelling this? And it's called a spit. Did you know that? I didn't know that till today. Rotisserie chicken rotates on what's called a spit. And it gets all sides, things like that. So some sort of rotating. But anyway, I got what we're talking about here. I get the message. It can go in a lot of different ways, and it's not just romantic. Definitely not. Some of you, it's romantic for sure. Some of you, this is like a supporter of yours or a good friend or a family member. Whoever this is, I truly believe, unless it's reversed, some of you would definitely think it's reversed. This person has your best interests at heart. Without a doubt. Now I know that's not everybody's message. Some of you could be watching and you may have someone who really got it out for you and they want you to fail. Not this person. Not this message. Not today, Satan. This person, whoever it is, wants you to succeed. They want you to continue to succeed. They don't want you to get swindled. They don't want you to get the wool pulled over your eyes. It's like they're saying you can tend to be kind-hearted and people can take advantage of you for that, or people will try to fuck with you for that or something. I don't know. Whoever this is watching out for you. I'm going to give an example. Let's say you're married or you're in a relationship. Your partner, let's say you have someone who's wanting to go into business with you, be partners, go halvesies on something, or a friend that wants to do it, and your partner may be like, look, I just want you to make sure, like, just really double check and make sure you can trust this person. And they're not coming from a negative place. Like, I think they're making very good sense. I think they're just trying to make sure you're taken care of at the end of the day and that you're not going to get, I don't know, like trapped into something, or, you know what I mean? They want you to be careful. A lot of you, it feels like business for some reason. It feels like something to do with your career, a direction in which to take your career. Let's say you're online. Some of you could be online actually, because I actually felt like that. I felt like, oh, wait a second. Do I have somebody that's online watching me? If you are, let's say you kind of throw it out there and you're saying something you're considering doing. Maybe you consider a collab and you're like, you know, I'm thinking about collabing. It may actually be a really good idea, but maybe someone in your audience, not even like someone around you, maybe even them as well, but someone in your audience or a supporter of yours or a true fan or whatever you do, some of you may be artists as well. There's a person who maybe even you don't really know, but they very much support you and they want you to just keep on. It's almost like they want you to remain independent. Somebody wants you to remain independent. They think you do better like that. Maybe they feel like it's fine if you want to collab or do whatever, or partner up, or consider taking on something else, but just be careful. You know what I mean? I strongly get that there's a person here. In fact, their energy is coming through stronger. If this is reversed, your energy is coming through stronger. Let's say you're a parent and this is a child of yours and they're considering putting money into a certain business, and you may be in full support of this person, your child, but you may be like, or they want to maybe reconnect with someone. Maybe they want to take a certain legal matter. I don't know. They want to do something, whether romantic or financially. And you may be like, oh, just be careful. Like, make sure. Maybe they want to buy something, purchase something. And you may be like, be careful. You know, just make sure you know everything about it. You ask a lot of questions. I mean, I'll come with the list. You want me to come up with some questions for you? I'll come up with something. You just be careful. Make sure you watch your own back. I know you really want this. I know you really want to, but I just want you to know what you're getting into or something like that. Now, usually I would say I don't like things like this because I'd be like, oh, you know, this is our journey. But I don't know, guys. I feel this person's genuine, and I'm not saying be scared or be too cautious. it's just something to consider. Maybe, I don't know what I would title this. Maybe we'll figure it out as we keep going. No, we'll keep going. I was going to call it the consideration or something, but that's not it. Let's keep moving forward. Now, I could see this a completely different way where, someone, like if this is romantic, there could be someone here where it was going really good at first. I mean, still good, but someone's kind of at the point they're at now, gotten to a place where they might still consider what else is out there. I don't know what's caused that, but someone here, whether it's you or another, or it's, I don't know, maybe even someone on the outside of you wanting to still kind of see what else is out there instead of settling with someone, or settling down with someone, or, you know what I mean? Somebody wants to consider everything, or wants another to consider everything, every possibility. Oh, that's it. The possibility. See, I knew it was something. The possibilities. And I can't shake the fact that there's an individual here that either they themselves wants to kind of still remain on the market or still remain independent, single, or they want another to remain independent. You know what I mean? There was a musician not long ago. Do you know what I'm talking about? He had red hair. I don't know why I said had. He's still doing his thing, but he's remaining independent. And like the industry came after him to sign him. Basically, like, you know how that goes. But he didn't sign because, I don't know, he came out about it. I don't want to speak too much on it because I don't know the whole story. So I don't want to I don't know. But what I do remember of it is he ended up not going with it, not collabing, not signing with that record label, not signing, period. He was remaining independent. He was like, it's going to take me a lot longer to get where I'm going, but I'm going to take the stairs, you know? This is someone who's asking another person, maybe it's not even a person who's asking another person. Maybe this is the universe or the creator, whatever this individual believes in, or whoever they're closely connected to. It could be an ancestor of theirs, a guide who's trying to plant the seed in them and get them to see, like, I just want you to consider all possibilities before you dive in, you know? If this is something that's already happened, someone may be like, oh, like biting their nails, or kind of like, shit, holding their breath a little bit, because maybe they really wanted a person to consider the possibilities of a decision before they made it, but then they went ahead and made it, someone here, and it's like, oh shit, this is gonna come back and bite us in the ass, or bite you in the ass, you know? If this is a current relationship that's already going, somebody wants their partner to make sure before they make a big purchase, or before they pick a certain job, or sign with a certain company or field or something like that, they want someone to consider everything. Like if you were buying a house, it'd be like, I want to consider the area. Check out the BIN verified website. Check out the school system. Check out where's the closest park, and what kind of grocery stores do we have around, and the crime rate, and the weather. How many tornadoes pass through there? How many hurricanes a year, or whatever? What's the town known for? Are there any big events that go on? Like, you know, things like that. Instead of just like, oh my God, this is a beautiful house. It's like, well, we can build a house like that, but just somewhere else, you know? Look into every little thing. Just be careful. Cross the T's, dot the I's, you know? That's what somebody wants. Let's consider the possibilities. If this is a all romantic message, this is someone who's still considering what else is out there, or they want to still consider what else is out there. If it isn't someone wanting to consider necessarily what else is out there, remain on the market, remain independent until they really know, this could be someone who's possibly considering working something out with someone, but it's like, how can we make this work? Well, let me consider what I can do here. Let's say it's a family situation, like, oh, they really need a place to live or stay for a little while, or they need my help for a little while, but I also have this to do and this to do, and then I've got this schedule at this time. So it's like making things fit, finding where things fit, what's right for us, what's not, what's right for you, what's not, things like that, you know? Other perspectives can be helpful here and whatever, but I will not shake the feeling that someone would be better off, at least, or maybe I'm just picking up on someone who feels like this, but I don't think they're wrong. I don't know why I feel like somebody is better off remaining independent here. Even if it takes them longer, even if it's, or just waiting, holding off on something and just not just yet. Not just yet. Sometimes we're like, oh, it's a time, but then totally forgot what I was saying. I just talked to my daughter. Something about like, just make sure, you know, when making a decision that could affect our livelihood and the livelihood of those closely connected to us, when making a decision on who to let into our life, they'll also be let into the life of people around us. So this is just like, let's consider everything and then move forward. But again, some here, it could be where maybe someone was feeling all these things and kind of like, you know, or maybe even someone who's in an existing relationship, been in one for a while. There could be a person who's kind of like, I'm feeling differently now than I was originally. And I kind of want to be single. Or maybe I should have stayed single. We could have someone going through that. So this could be seen in a lot of different ways. I strongly feel business, financial, things like that. Partnerships, collabs. And then I feel romantic, whether it's somebody still wanting to stay on the market, somebody wanting to be back on the market, wondering why they made the decision they did, when they did, or someone who wants another, or maybe someone here who wants to like figure out how to make something work, or work again, or work in their favor, or go more smoothly, or whatever. It's like, I don't really, like, for some, it could be someone who wants to like come back in, whether it's like an old friend, or an old lover or something, but they don't necessarily want to get back together. It's like, I just kind of want to touch base and see how things are going. Let you know I'm like cool people. There's no hard feelings or something like that. You, them, somebody here. Yeah. Can't get over it. I just really can't get over it. So yeah, going back to this chicken, chicken. Oh my God. There was a man the other day at the store. Now my she's already told me this joke, but me and my dad went to the store on Halloween to get candy for the kids and everything. And the man was checking us out and he goes, why did the chicken cross the road? You guys probably already know this. And I totally forgot when my daughter told me this before and what the answer was. And I was like, I don't know why. And he goes, because. And I'm seeing that with the chicken here. Now, this could also simplify, because you know when people will say chicken, they also can be like, are you being chicken? But maybe someone's not trying to get someone to be scared here. It's just like, I just want you to consider. That's all. Just want you to make sure, make sure. Take your time. No rush. What's the rush? Don't rush. There's no rush here. You know, if this is already something that happens, someone wishes kind of like deep down that another person would have maybe not made the decision they did, because they're like, I almost can see how this is going to go. I hope I'm wrong. It's like that. I hope I'm wrong. But anyway, you know how the rotisserie rotates on the spit? It's like rotate. Like, consider all sides. Consider all consequences. All possibilities. Something like that. You hear my cat? If this is reversed, some of you, if you ever feel like someone maybe taking a while on something or will in the future or whatever timeline we're on, it could be because this person either has another that's telling them, and it's not that they're wrong and nothing against you, it's just they're telling them, hey, just make sure of everything, or take your time, there's no rush, or this person themselves feels that it's in their best interest and in the best interest of those around them, I can't speak lately, to just make sure they're getting all the information or something like that. Like if this was someone who was going to consider dating, just to throw another example out there, they would not at all. And either because another is, you know, influencing them to be careful, just make sure, or themselves is they prefer to be more careful, more safe than sorry type thing. There's something trying to come through there, but it's like a word, safe than sorry. I don't know what it is. Safe than sorry. Safe than sorry. What is that? Safe than sorry? Safe than sorry. Safe than sorry. Seth? Safe than sorry. Safe then sorry. Safe than sorry. Sometimes I get words out of other words and they just kind of come through and I'm hearing some but I can't tell what it is. Can you guys hear it? Safe than sorry? Let me say it into Google and see what pops up. Certainty. Certainty. It literally pulled up fucking certainty. I shit you not. That's fucking hilarious. Certainty. 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 There you go. See, we don't have to be, it doesn't have to be all serious or whatever, which they have been, all of them have been lately. This is just be careful. And honestly, I think all signs from Aries all the way up to, what was the last one I just did for? Libra was pretty good. Up to you and Libra, I feel we could all benefit from listening to Libra in this one because these are saying the exact same thing. It's just showing like it doesn't have to be so heavy. It just is legit. It's legit to ask these questions. It's legit to make sure we're covering all bases. We're covering all things. We're getting it all out on the table and then we move forward. Why does that got to be so heavy? Why does it got to be a bad thing? It's a good thing to ask a lot of questions. It's a good thing to make sure. I mean, we'll never be 100% certain until we get on in there and see, but, you know, we're really going to kick ourselves in the ass later on if we don't ask the questions and we don't, like, you know, like, all the messages, I'm sure to some might be like, oh my God, this is so negative, but it's like, actually not though. What's negative is we don't question ourselves, we don't question others, we don't do the dirty work now, and then later on we fucking find out. That's what's really gonna suck. So you and Libra are more just kind of trying to like make sure that that's just something we realize. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. That's legitimate. I love this. I love this. And Libras was a really good one too, you know. It was just kind of a nice break in things. It was almost like a person in that one really thought they had something right when it came to another, and then they realized later on, see, we don't, in this one it's like, let me save you the time, let's not get to that point. Or maybe someone realizing themselves, damn, I wish I would have saved myself the time had I considered everything first before I did this, that this may be some things, you know, like when you get married too quick. I did it and I regretted it. Not everybody does, but I did it, and I was like one of those people, you know. I used to be very impulsive. Oh my God. I love the little inner me. I love her, and I do. I love all sides of me, but oh, I'm glad she's sleeping. Just oh, I laugh, but it's a nervous laugh. I mean, every bit of it. Yeah, so anyway, sometimes we'll get married really quickly and we're like, but I love them and I know everything about them, and sometimes it works, it's fine. But then for others of us, it's like, what in the actual fuck was I thinking? You know, I wish that I would have just said, why didn't I? And then later on, we become an advocate for people to just kind of, you know, what's the fucking rush? Well, because I love them, and it's like, oh, you still gonna love them when you're dead too, but there's no, you know, then they'll be like, yeah, but I want to spend my life with them, and you would still spend it. Listen, what is the rush? If there's like a fear in it, or if it's like, yeah, but it's right now, because sometimes people will instill fear in you and be like, you know, they call it like missed opportunities. Well, if I miss the opportunity, then I fucking missed the opportunity. It is what it is. It wasn't meant for me, was it? Then I missed the opportunity. Sometimes we'll try to put pressure on you and be like, oh, you know, well, this is the only time I have open. And it's like, okay, well, then I'm going to go ahead and make the decision because this is the only time, or this is blah, blah, blah. It's whatever the pressure is. And then we jump into it and we realize later on, uh-oh. I mean, in fact, I know somebody who bought a house who, I've never bought a house, but I think now that I've seen this happen to someone, I'm like, oh, I'm going to ask so many questions. Because, you know, they go through inspection, but that don't mean they catch everything. How you know the inspection person ain't in bed with the other one? Listen, People will fuck with you these days. So they're just trying to make a sale, you know, now sometimes, but sometimes. Anyway, bought the house and then realized there was electrical issues and piping issues, all kind of fucking like big issues. And it was like settling. I mean, every house settles, but like the doors were all off and the fucking lights, half the outlets didn't work. That just not safe, not good, not safe. Had a mold problem, a fucking mold problem. How was that not? How was that? And then a rat problem. Lots of things, okay? I mean, the list could go on. So that's what I'm talking about here. That what is wrong with somebody wanting to be careful? It's like we get hung up on that. Like, why can't we just be in a fairy tale? This isn't. That's not, because we've been there, done that. We've lived, we've learned, and I just love you and want you to be careful. That's it. That's all it is. Best interest at heart. I've got your best interest at heart. Whether this is a stranger, a supporter, a fan for some of you. Some of you, I feel that strongly. Like straight up like someone's on their way to fame here, or is. Or in the public eye, or you're very successful, or vice versa even. Or, you know, family, friends, relationships. Like or you could be saying this to another one. I just want you to be careful. Or to your own self. I like to be careful. I like to make sure and certain, as certain as I possibly can be, and then move forward from there. And I'm not going to be rushed at all. Period. You know, people will. They'll get you like that. Try to rush you and try to say, we've got to do this, you know, and then because you want to so bad or whatever, because you know, it may help us in some way expand. Here we go with the word expansion. That's a big word for all of us right now. It may help us expand in some way financially or business wise. It's like, that doesn't mean it's right for us. You know what I mean? So we've all been there. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys. Oh my God, I just looked at the clock and there's repeating numbers. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.